My name is Maya and welcome to 6 Music Radio News Station with myself, Maya, Timmy and Calvin. Okay, what you're going to hear on the radio station is a mix of genres such as urban music, rap, R&B, hip-hop, well as interviews with upcoming artists, news, music, international news and weather.
Target audience. Our target audience is going to be aimed at young people, which is 13 to 18 plus. We chose this target audience because our presenters are young and they're young as well. So we normally speak informal language on a daily basis, so we can relate to them the best. The benefit of this that our presenter can have more relaxing conversation with our young target audience. But the problem is, if we want to widen our target audience, we cannot make it too informal.
Okay, on our radio news station, our structure is going to be a jingle, which is going to be a theme of a song on our radio station. Timmy because he's enthusiastic and persuasive. Calvin because he has a good air of music for a DJ playlist. Me, myself, is going to be the update of news and music views because I'm good at researching thoroughly. Timmy and Calvin is going to be the interview with the guests. Timmy's going to be the weather. Calvin's going to be doing the DJ playlist, and we're going to do an outro playlist music just to wrap it up and make it more professional.
Okay, in terms of our unique selling points, so what makes us stand out? Well, what makes us stand out is that the fact that we have different genres flowing through our tracks. So for example, we could have like hip hop, rap, grime, all sorts of tracks. So basically we're doing this because it suits everyone. So rather than just having like a rock or like a R&B playing throughout the whole track, we put different types of genres, so therefore it benefits everyone. Also, we're gonna have the music running through the radio show. So for example, like say if you've got the interview here, we're gonna have the music flowing very quietly, so therefore you can still hear the music as well as the interview going. We're gonna have a live cross, so someone's gonna be in the studio, and then when they say could we get the other person, and they're gonna come in from outside on the microphone with the interview, with the artist while they're interviewing them. And then we're gonna basically stick to music news, whereas if you do that world news, everybody does world news, like it's a sort of a trend, but whereas we want to be unique, we want to be different, so we're just gonna stick to mostly music news. So whereas like what artist is coming up next, who's got the best tune, who's got the newest cars, what celebrities are like going on holiday, for example, and things like that. So yeah. So in terms of equipment, we're gonna need like microphones, editing software, mixing desks. So for example, like say if we have no microphone, there's no way you're gonna be able to hear the vocals, because without a microphone, there's no vocals. Without the editing software, so in terms of like Logic Pro or Final Cut, there's no way people will be able to edit it and make it look nice. And especially in terms of like having a jingle, because at the start of most radio broadcasts, there's usually a jingle. So without having an editing software, there's no way we can implement the jingle inside it. And also, for example, in terms of like just general equipment like Macs, cables, wires, XLRs and things like that, we're gonna get all of those just to make sure that we're backed up and everything's ready to go.
Okay, for our idea, we're going to be interviewing upcoming artists, because we want to promote the artists and give them an image, also to make it interesting to watch.
So in terms of our radio station, we're doing, like I said, we're doing a playlist format, so different genres, so basically it suits everyone's interest. We don't want to just stick to one thing and let it only benefit a certain amount of people, because we're doing different genres. Therefore everybody gets to have their own little relax and their own little feel of their own type of music that they prefer to listen to.
And we're also going to present local news. This is because it will give the update to the audience on what's happening right now. For example, weathers are going to be important for the audience because they will need to know what to wear or when to travel, etc. And it's also important for anyone who works outdoors. And we're also going to present the world news and the music news.
So, in terms of competitors, we have like, for example, say Radio 1, who have what we basically have 13 to 18 plus. But the thing is, we're different, as I said, because we keep mixture of genres. We're implementing live crosses. We're using public feedback, and we're incorporating all those in our radio broadcast. And also we have something like Kiss FM, who is a mixture of formal and informal, but we tend to stick to the informal because it appeals more to our audience.
Okay, surveys. As I was doing our research, we carried out a survey to our target audience that we're trying to reach. One of the questions that we asked is, what form would you like to hear on your radio station? Most of the majority replied or gave feedback was that copy only had 71.3%, and others said live cross, which had 14.20%. Other question that we carried out is, what playlist would you like to, what playlist would you prefer to listen to as a listener? Most of the majority said R&B, which had 62.50%. Others said hip hop, which had 37.50%. As you can see, by this we're going to incorporate this in our radio station. Other question that we asked is, what is your demographic status? Which most of the majority said middle class, and which had 62.50%, and others said lower class, which had 12.50%. By this, we're going to make it informal because we want to reach all range of target audience. Other question that we asked is, what contents do you like in your news radio? Which most of them said playlist, which had 62.50%. Others said public interest news, which had 50%. By this, we're going to incorporate this into our news to give the target audience what they want to hear. Our other question that we asked is, what do you want to hear in a radio station? Most of them said fashion, music, interviews with playlists, music, and news stories. Other question that we carried out to our target audience is, how long do you want a news story to last for? Some of them, majority of them said 60 seconds, which received 62.50% of feedback. Others said 2.5 minutes, which had 25%. By this, we're going to make our news stories and the music news short and snappy, so the audience won't tune out, and also because the audience have a short attention span.
So in terms of our focus group, what we did to find out like what they were into and what they were interested, we had 4 people in our focus group, and then we asked them questions like, what were your age and what do you like to listen to, and all sorts of things like that. And one specific question that came up was, which type of genre do you like? Most of them seemed to have went with the hip hop, because I suppose hip hop is like a thing where everyone's really into it, and especially because like nowadays hip hop is like a really growing thing. And then in terms of like what they would want to hear on our radio station, they would really want to hear like a different mixture of genres, which is what obviously we took from that as our feedback, and then we're gonna incorporate it into what we're gonna be doing.
What we learned from the survey and the photo group, we learned that young people prefer to listen to playlists as the content. They prefer to listen to R&B and hip hop, and they prefer the news to stay 60 seconds long, and
Okay, good guys, thank you very much. You stand in front of the camera, please. First of all, well done on your pitch, it was excellent. Okay, so can you state in clear language the key features of your product or service?
Our features of it, as we discussed in our PowerPoint, is that we're going to be doing live classes, and also we're going to be doing playlists, which most of our target audience like. Also, we're going to be doing interviews, which will make it more interesting to the listeners to listen to.
Makes it more realistic, because there's actually someone coming on, and then the audience would actually get the feel of how and what we're actually talking about and how it's going on as well.
Okay, good, thank you very much. So, what was each of your roles during your proposal, your reproduction phase?
Well, I carried out a survey, as you can see. Also, all of us contributed to the PowerPoint.
Yeah, so I did the focus groups, and I just did like a little bit of tweaking on the PowerPoint just in case anything wasn't like right or in the wrong order or something.
And I mainly did the logo.
Okay, good. Do you have access to the various resources you need to launch this product?
Yeah, we do have access. We're going to book out a studio with Mr. French, just to make sure that the right time and right day and everything is secured in that time, and that we can do our radio station.
Excellent. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. That was your pitch finished.